All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. I'm laughing about this one because I'm going to tell you, as I talk about this, as I've talked about wearing a mask and how the government, many local officials, has pretty much forced us, law-abiding citizens, people that pay taxes, people that are good people from this community, have forced us to wear stupid masks because we need to protect others. That's a big, right? It's getting to a point that people that agree with this are getting tired of it because it's getting silly by the day. That's the problem with compromising your rights. That is the problem with agreeing with this stuff because you need to understand one thing. They ain't going to stop. They're not stopping their nonsense. So the more you give up, the more they're going to take. They will not stop their nonsense. And it continues like now. There's articles about sex and kissing. But anyway, before I get into that, check it out. If you want to support the channel, definitely appreciate that. You can become a member of the Jarhead 6 squad. And I'm going to bring this up here for you guys to check it out. But again, you can click right there where it says join in my channel and you can support the channel monetarily. And obviously, you could also become a patron. You could also use my Amazon links that are going to be linked down below. I definitely appreciate that because, as you guys know, guys, these kind of videos are not too much fun. I guess YouTube don't like them as much, so any support is always appreciated. Let's hit the intro and let's talk about this. Yeah. So, like I said, let me take this out of the way and let me bring the screen up here so we could talk about this. This is coming from CNN. Obviously, it's CNN, so you got to take everything with a grain of salt in a way. But this is, wear a mask while having sex and avoid kissing new people. Here is the thing about this. This is my concern about this. I could just stop here and just talk about this. Now, we telling you we are, first of all, they recommending, and then they tell you, right, like they recommend you to wear a mask. They're not forcing you, but you can't go to Target, you can't go to Walmart, you can't go nowhere because if you don't have a mask they don't let you in, right? You can't even go and do blood work. Like I was pretty much kicked out of the hospital, or another hospital, the doctor's office, because I'm not wearing a mask, right? And pretty much forced to wear a mask in order to get my blood results, right? So they say, well, we are not forcing you. Really? You're not? Well, you're not giving me too many choices where I cannot buy food and water because they don't let me go in. And if I say anything, I'll be trespassed or something like that. They could call the cops, right? So again, pretty silly. But now it's getting to the point where they are, saying, well, maybe you shouldn't be kissing people. Now we're telling you who to kiss. Think about that. Think on that for a second. First, we tell you in California that you can't sing to the Lord because particles or your mouth are going to come out and you're going to infest someone or something's going to happen. Even though you're wearing a mask, I thought the mask was supposed to stop the particles, right? And now we recommending that maybe you shouldn't be kissing people. What's next? What's next? Apparently, I cannot make my own decisions. Apparently, I'm not a man. Apparently, I cannot decide who I want to kiss or not, right? And obviously, I'm happily married. I love my wife. You guys know that. She is the biggest blessing to me, but I find it pretty insulting for some people out there. What are we to get on people's life? So, anyways, let me go back to this article here. It says wear a mask while having sex and avoid kissing new people. Canada top doctor's advice. Well, thank you so much, ma'am. And here we go. You can read this for yourself. I'm not going to read the entire article, but it says sex in a pandemic can be complicated. It can be complicated, right? These people are silly. The crazy thing about this, let me bring this up. The crazy thing about this is that they make so much money with the silly articles and with this silly stuff, right? Now we're talking about sex, right? Sex in a pandemic can be complicated. Canada Lee medical doctor said it is best to skip kissing or perhaps wear a mask to prevent the spreading of COVID 19. So I guess you got to wear a mask during sex. I don't know. Look at this couple right here. You know, they're pretty face to face, nose to nose with a mask. That's I mean, that's the new. That's the new. That's what we do nowadays in 2020. We wear masks and we put nose to nose. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's fun. When I finish this video, I may put my mask on and tell Stacy to put a mask on, and we go nose to nose because that's apparently the new thing. It's stupid and ridiculous. And again, you know, there's no proof or anything like that. Let me look it up where they say uh, of course, the most common health advice was echoed to continue to practice safe sex, including using condoms and knowing the STI status of one's and their partner. There was another thing here that I wanted to read to you guys. All right, there we go. It's right here, right there. It says carrying evidence indicates that there is a very low likelihood of contracting coronavirus through semen or vaginal fluid. I like to know this very low because, you know, very low could be anything. If they get a 0.0.1, they could say it's very low, right? So, again, however, even if the people involved do not have symptoms of sexual activity with new partners, those new partner does increase your risk of getting or passing COVID-19 through close contact, not combat, contact, like kissing. Her statement. So, okay, so in other words, if you get really close to somebody that has COVID-19, obviously, you know, you come up upon a risk of, you know, getting infected, right? That's nothing that we didn't know. That's, I mean, what are we saying? We're saying that if you hang around with somebody with COVID 19, you could get COVID 19. Well, if you hang around with somebody that has a flu, you could get flu. If you get somebody that, you know, smell bad, hang around with somebody that smell bad, you can smell bad too. That I mean, there's no scientific finds in here. You don't have to go to college for that. If you hang around with somebody that is broke, you're probably going to be broke too. If you hang around with somebody that is successful, you're probably going to be successful in life as well. So again, you know, I make this video just to show you how silly this is. You know, now they're talking about sex, now they're talking about kissing. It will never stop because the media is in the, you know, their mission is to scare you and to push nonsense. I'm convinced right now, 2020, I've been doing this for years. I'm 40, almost 40 years old. I'm convinced that they are in the business of scaring you and passing nonsense. I trust zero things that come from the media. But anyways, I wanted to share this with you guys. What do you guys think? Put comments down below. And as always, God is in control.